All right, guys, today we're going to do Gothic Nights, a tale of scarlet passion from, I believe, Rebel Studios, I think. So this is a two-parter. I don't have the second one, which, yeah, that's something. I need to get the second one. Why? Because it's really good. And you can, I did an unboxing, I show you a couple of pages, and the what I like about the story is it's I believe a love letter to old 70s, maybe 80s, let's say 70s horror movies, like from Hammer Studios. And you think, what is Hammer Studios? Now, Hammer Studios produced a lot of horror titles like, Dracula with Christopher Lee, with Peter Cushing, Ingrid Pitt, a lot of vampire movies in general, or horror movies in general. I believe also, not sure if they did Frankenstein movies, but these old horror titles, right? And this is basically a love letter here. And the atmosphere is out of this world. The art, phenomenal. Masterpiece, in my opinion. I like detail. I like black and white. And this is a black and white movie. Not a movie, a comic. It's been done by, dramatized by David Barber, Timothy Vigil. Tim Vigil, he's a horror artist. He also did a lot of Faust. Look that up, Faust comic. Ugh. It's full blown horror. Lots of nudity, a lot of sexual acts. And a lot of blood and guts and everything that's in between and outside. Great stuff. This is similar. Although I try to avoid a lot of nudity, but probably I can. But the YouTube gods doesn't like that. So, yeah. Okay, so we have this castle, and there's this man that brings a boy from the town of Kleinenburg, probably somewhere in East German, or just a made-up town. I do not know. But he brings a boy, and he is gonna, report to his mistress. So his name is Gert, Herr Gert. So she is now, attending to the young guest here. And then when he opens the door, he looks at a painting, a portrait, commissioned by her illicit lover when she was nothing more than a common servant girl, before the spurned princess of blood delivered her and her frail sister into the brutal clutches of an evil sadistic countess. Before she received the dark kiss of a king and extracted vengeance most terrible on those who has caused her despair. Now look at this, all these hatchings, this detail, this facer in the wall, here as well. Great stuff. So it says here Ravnos. So she is, I believe that's her last name. And then when she is opening her tomb, she is coming out, and I have to be a little bit careful here. Because, like I said, she has a see-through dress, and I have to do stuff like this, guys. I don't want to do it, but yeah, yeah. You probably already seen it, but she is now making love with a lichen, and he is also about to transform midway during the coupling. Right? And and then when he's done the deed, he's then going outside with his brother Lycans hunting for food, I guess, right? And she is pretty satisfied. He says, and then she says, Gert, has my meal been prepared? All is ready, Countess. So from Kleinenburg, Innstadt, a runaway, says Gert. So she approaches him. He says, so you are the little boy my servant found half starved on the road. Poor dear child, what is your name? Martin. I'm Tanya. Tell me, why did you leave your mothers and father? They must be very concerned. Mama and Papa got sick and died. I ran away from my grandfather because he did bad things to me. So she promised that she would take good care of him and give him a kiss. Basically, she's just killing them, draining his blood. Ah, sweet nectar of the unspoiled youth. Helga, you may feed the leavings to the dogs. Meanwhile, we have the townspeople and the new Burgermeister coming here because, stocks, livestock are being killed constantly, and he is now realizing, the Burgermeister knows that he is, no, this guy's spawn of the devil, and he saw that he goes into the castle last evening, and when he arrived, a lot of, let's say, mutilations were going on. So, they grabbing and they want to lynch him. Yeah, right? It's just, the usual fire torches and pitchforks things. While Tanya is waiting for her lover to return, and these wolves are waiting, and she says he's late. Something is happening to him. So she says, ready the carriage. So they're going outside, and this guy's been, he's been dealt with. So she vows revenge because she knows that the new Burgermeister did this, right? Look at this. Looks great, man, with all the blood dripping. And this is also not your typical, vampire. No. I mean, the vampires, in, I don't want to say modern comics all the time, but these are pretty weak and useless. While these are traditional vampires, right? With all the weaknesses and strength that they used to have. I mean, not anymore, because, nowadays vampires can walk in daylight or something crap like that. Anyway, but then Gert says, Countess, there may yet be hope. I heard mysterious whispering of a doctor who lives in a castle to the north of the magnetic mountain. He says, what about it? No doctor can restore life to the already dead. But he says, but this said that this doctor has succeeded in such a manner by sewing parts of corpses together and then infusing them with strange secrets of his own device. She's intrigued by that. So she says, okay, my wrath will stay for now. And she says, let's seek us out this vaunted alchemist. All right. And she also still want to wreak wrath on the townspeople of Kleinenburg. So they're going out and they are approach their destination. So the servant says, who is it that calls at this late hour? I am Countess Ravnos from Styria. I would see your master on a matter of utmost urgency. So he says, no invited guest will come here. Go away. And she's doing the Jedi mind trick. Basically, she's using hypnosis or the power of persuasion. He says, search your memory, my good man. Surely he did inform you that I would be calling this evening. Look at this evil face. I said that before, but it looks great. All this mysterious and evil. Right. Good. You will take us to him immediately. Good. Bring Anton. So Anton is the corpse, right? But then they always almost gag about the stench of the decay that's hanging around in this castle. So Dr. Frankenstein is, done with this corpse, and he says, another loss. He says, Hans, how dare you bring anyone? Don't be angry with your servant, Baron Frankenstein. He did not disobey you. He merely obeyed me. So basically, she made a plea, sort of, to revive the corpse. He says, but the Dr. Frankenstein, whatever you have wrapped in a bloody clothes is beyond anyone's help. Anyone except perhaps yours. Is it true that you have rendered breath to the lips of one dead? I like the writing, the way of writing, very classic, if you will. And I'm gushing, of course, all over the place when it comes to art of Tim Vigil. Great stuff. He says, if you can restore this man's life and limbs, I am prepared to offer you gold and more, should you desire. So he says, the good Christians converting another devil worshipper, I see. So he says, this man is not beyond my methods, but I do not have the proper replacement parts here. So she said, I need fresh, really quite fresh, hearts, hands, feet, etc. And she says, don't worry about that. For you shall have all that you require come tomorrow's eve. So the doctor says, "Can I have a word with you, Fraulein?" He says, she talks about 100 pieces of gold. She says, yeah. The remaining matter of my desires we can both discuss another time. But right now I would be more interested, or most interested, about how you came about the ability to mesmerize my servant. She says that is a question left unanswered. He also have questions about where the lovely Countess from Styria intends to collect the items necessary without attracting any undue attentions. She says, "My dear Baron, believe me when I say, the less you know about me, so much better it will be for you." That's basically a warning, right? So he bid her adieu. And then, look at this beautiful piece here. "Herr Baron, please forgive me. I still cannot fathom why I granted her entrance. Calm yourself, Hans. My secrets are quite safe with our exquisite new benefactress, just as her secrets will soon be with me." So another plan is in this. Well, basically, he has also plans for her, I presume, right? Now I have to be a little bit more careful. Well, we can do this. All right. So, and then we go to, look at this, man. Look at this, all these hatchings, these line work. Beautifully fantastic. So, it seems that the people of Kleinenberg have now a little bit regret that they basically fell for the new Burgermeister because, the people tremble uncontrollably upon hearing the sound of the huge leathery wings beating over their rooftops. The new Burgermeister was a fool to incur her wrath, and they will double the fools to have been seduced by his cavalier promise to rid them of her evil shade once and for all. All right. I can show this. So again, what I like about this, that, like I said, she has the weaknesses of a vampire, a true vampire. She cannot enter the home of this poor young man. And this man says, "Please, good sir, it's so very cold out here. Who are you? I'm only to warm myself in your arms, in your bed, if you have me. I must be dreaming. Yes, son of the Burgomaster, let me in, and I show you what a lovely dream it is." Okay, now I have to be careful. Nudity is on the other side. How can I do this? Yeah, I cannot escape it. So basically what happened is that, and she says, "Delicious, Herr Burgermeister, I must commend you and your son, so of a wife, for producing such a fine vintage. And now for the customary toss of the vessel." He says, "Eric, no." And she throws the head at him. He says, "Spawn of Satan, I will kill you." And she smacks him aside. And God, this is so, "Kill one who has conquered death. I think not, my fine fed bastion of law." Basically, she is now warning him that it's futile to resist her. "Hundreds of years I've ruled this land. In the time mortals are far more formidable than you, and even those of my own kind have come against me. The fact that my hand grips at your throat now, while my enemies are nothing but scattered dust, should convince you that I am not to be trifled by one of your ilk," saying, basically he should be glad that she doesn't kill him and only just, threaten him. I want to say more, but I need to put my hands in here because of the YouTube gods, right? Now how am I going to do this? I'm going to put this aside here. Oh man, it's more nudity. Yeah. All right. Look at this. "I now leave you to your son, what little remains of him." He says, "Oh, poor Eric, forgive me." Well, he's bleeding. Just leads us to the next issue that I don't have, which sucks. All right. More nudity. Yeah, more nudity here. So yeah, if I get the next book, I will do a video about it. So guys, I hope you like this somewhat censored book. Like I said, I had no choice because of YouTube doesn't like nudity. It could affect my channel and also the algorithm. So I hope you like the video. Please give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, would help me a lot. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.